Mines is a map that I haven't really played that much with my really weak vehicles, so I think I should be able to get a lot more stars than I already have. Although some of my pretty good vehicles have like almost max score. I know this isn't really good, I'll try to work on that. But yeah, I'm actually pretty happy about these two. I set these a couple of days ago, so the snowmobile record is actually pretty good, 6.2, and the same 6.2 for the um, Moonlander. I think those are pretty good. But yeah, I will try to play a bit. I'm not sure where to start though. Okay, I have decided I will start with Chopper, but I think this is a pretty hard vehicle to get a good score with. I don't really know what to do here though, but I think it's a pretty good decision to keep these parts. I'm not sure though. It looks pretty good now. Maybe I have to upgrade a little bit, but you know, I'm trying to save some money for new masteries. But yeah, I think this is a pretty decent setup. And yeah, I think the chopper is like pretty fine for an adventure. It's not great. It's really not, but it's able to get around pretty well, I guess. Okay, so I was watching through the pipes the other day, and I actually realized that something he said was that he always holds his, gas pedal when he's driving. He doesn't really like release it as much as I normally do when I just play on my phone. So that's pretty interesting, I guess. I mean, I haven't ever really done that, but I've actually found that holding the gas pedal while playing on my PC is actually a lot easier than, letting go of it like this. But still, yeah, I'm really inexperienced with trying to play on my PC, so it's... How did I die here? Anyway, I think the chopper is like a pretty decent vehicle. It's just that it really isn't like perfect for mines. Oh shit. Yeah, it's not perfect. So I switched up my keys, my keybinds for the pedals, and actually I still have the accelerator pedal as, arrow to the right, but I actually changed my braking pedal to S. So now I actually involve both my hands while I'm driving. I think this is actually a little more comfortable in my opinion. And also I could set nitro or like some cars like special ability to like Q or something, and then I could involve both my hands a lot, I think this will be pretty comfortable, and I feel like I can actually control the car a little better than I did before, but I'm not sure yet. Okay, first outside section. I think it's going pretty good so far. Oh, I guess this is gonna be okay. No, it will not. But okay, 5,000 meters with chopper. I think that's pretty decent. I probably could get down there. Look, it looks like I have like a little bit of air between my wheels and the ground there. So I guess if I just stuck to the ground a little bit better, I would be able to pass that, but that's fine, I guess. Okay, so I decided that using the hill climber is actually going to be a little bit too challenging, because it's probably going to be Kenga. That's like the only acceptable kind of, I don't know, setup I would use to actually go for a record on it. And yeah, basically I think that's just going to be a little too difficult for me on computer. So I guess I'm just gonna do the tank first, because that's not really... I don't have to do Kenga. It probably isn't like recommended at all. But yeah. Now remembering wrong, I think I'm pretty close to the outside area right now. Just gotta like get like a little bit further. I think it's like 3.8 or something, is it not? 3.8. I think... Okay, I'm calling it 3.8. I'll see how close I were. Yeah, okay, I was pretty close. It's 3.665, I guess. But yeah, 3.7, 3.65. That was pretty close, I guess. But yeah, actually, I really like the outside areas of mines. I think it's just really cool that they have an outside area as well, not just those tight, like ceiling-based vibes, So you can actually like maneuver the map outside as well. I think it's pretty nice. I remember that on my old account I actually had the 10k with tank, but it was completely maxed. I mean, this was long before masteries though, but yeah, I was doing Kenga, I think, actually, with the tank. But, you know, with all the parts maxed at the time, it was actually pretty decent to just use Kenga, because, you know, it worked pretty fine anyway. Okay, I'm actually a little concerned about these. I can't brake, I can't brake, I can't brake. I can't reverse, I can't get it to reverse when I'm on the stones. Or like the balls, you know. Okay, the boulders. Okay, not okay, you know what? Boulders. Let's say boulders. When I'm on the boulders, I can't really get the tank to reverse quick enough. So I just kind of have to roll with it. But yeah, I have to be really careful on the parts where I actually have to like sneak my way onto the top. Like here, if there was a bowl right up here. Okay, how do I pass this? Like if there was a bowl up there, then boulder up there, then I would actually have to like. Okay, yeah, that's the same spot as the chopper as well. Okay, that's a bit annoying. I don't think the tank can pass. I have to like kind of push the boulder, you know, the hanging ones to the side to actually pass that. But yeah, okay, I think that's pretty nice. We got a couple of stars. Let's see how much. Yeah, it's actually like a little dent into the Canyoneer rank. And yeah, I know I should probably do this, but I will do it on my phone because I think it's kind of a waste to do on my PC. What other maps should I do? There's still quite a few vehicles that I haven't played Cup Town with, so that will probably be like a theme for the next video, I think. Just doing Cup Town with a bunch of different vehicles and being able to like maneuver them through. But the thing is about the tractor, I think it's really nice that I can actually move the plower in the front just up like this. I think this is the best spot. It might actually be like a little tricky with this position of the plower in like some parts where there's like a low roof. Yeah, that might actually be like, that was pretty close actually. But I don't know if it's tall enough. Maybe in like some different ones, because I think it kind of varies how tall these kind of like hallways like this, how tall they are. And if the plower will actually like make a difference, it will hit the roof. But yeah, haven't been a problem. Okay, yeah, definitely hit it there. That could be problematic. I think it should be fine. As long as that doesn't happen, of course. Okay, right here, it's best to have it in like this second position, but I don't know for general driving, like that probably doesn't apply to every case on this map either, but yeah, I think like the middle position is like the best, I guess. Okay, I think it's the best to have it in the middle, or the lowest, it's fine. But the thing is, you know, this happens to everyone, you know, you accidentally activate it and then it goes up like this and it's a bit annoying. But yeah, I'll actually just keep it down for now. But I think there's just little like floorboards on the floor everywhere in this map. So I think it actually could just connect with one of them and just flip me over at any point. That would be like really annoying. But I think I'm gonna take my chance, like right here, like that little elevation there could just hook onto my plower and then flip me all the way around. But yeah, I guess that could be something to think of, but it should be fine. Oh, I actually almost got stuck there, but I didn't. That's nice. But yeah, I know the spot that's like, oh, it's right here. Yeah, and I failed exactly what I was thinking of doing. Yeah, basically I have to drive all the way back here again to try to get into this, like, cart. I don't know. Yeah, okay. That's exactly what I was afraid of happening. Okay, so that is actually a threat. That it could just hook like onto something, and it turns out that thing could actually move. This floorboard could actually move. That's a bit annoying, I guess. Oh, and yeah, I actually got the 10k on this map with the glider. I guess that isn't really impressive because it's the glider. It's like the 10k beast. But still, okay, I got the 10k on this, but okay, I think I'm actually gonna just give up on the tractor record for now. This is getting really repetitive. I've died a lot of times during this recording. I don't even know how long this video is gonna be, probably like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes or something. But I've been recording for almost 40 minutes. And actually, I really hope that I really hope that my mic sounds okay during this, because if not, I'm kind of cooked. Because I've been filming this for 40 minutes. I've not made that much, progression, and that's a bit concerning. I didn't double check if my mic sounds alright, and that the kind of, I don't know. I didn't double check that the game sounds were way too loud or my mic was way too loud, because that's actually been a problem that I've had. But hopefully it isn't, because I turned down the volume quite a bit, like that, and I actually turned down the BlueStacks volumizer as well. But it feels that I'm talking a lot louder than the game is playing. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, but I think I should be able to get Canyoneer 50 this year, or maybe 60. I don't know. I have the full motocross vehicle vehicle mastery, and then I am planning on getting the monster truck, but that's kind of like a little bit lower on my list. But I do have the rotator, and I do actually have. I have started on the rally car, but it's not really my favorite, I guess. I'm not a big fan of this mastery. So yeah, but I have the muscle car mastery, and it's actually like pretty nice. All these different ones like benefit like a lot. I use this all the time, especially in cups as well. It's really nice to just have it in cups. Yeah, I don't know. I really regret buying the core balance for the Superbike. I guess this will like benefit me later, because I could move on straight to the crash helmet. But this is also lower on my list. I don't know why I bought this. It was like looking at me. It was staring at me every time I had 1,000,000 coins. But yeah, I got it. Nothing to say about that now. Yeah, this is my first mastery. It was the rock bouncer, so I have all the masteries, and I have like a lot of parts maxed here as well. I have the I have quite a couple max parts here, and that's because I have in the past had quite a few world records with the rock bouncer. Actually, none in adventure though, because I'm not really like a huge adventure specialist, and the records in adventure, I have to say, like, are a lot more difficult. I actually have 2 upgrades on the glider as well, because it's really important to get those long distances in. And it was like really crucial to have Titan wings. Like I kept getting like annoyed that I didn't like get really far, especially in Desert Valley. I just kept breaking my wings at some point, and now I fixed that, I guess. And yeah, I think one of my next masteries are actually going to be the Bolt, because I got Echo for it. And I think if I could just put the Echo here, and then switch these two, and get like the 4th spot, it would be really nice. I mean, I have a couple upgrades left here, but I'm not really stressing it, because my upgrades are actually really good as well. I could get a max setup, and then, of course I'm gonna have a level 1 Echo, but still, that would be pretty nice. But yeah, I think the ATV mastery is like pretty important, especially for like team events, to get like good scores and stuff, because it's really popular in team events for some reason. I keep seeing it among the vehicles that I can choose. But yeah, actually I'm gonna really downgrade the off-roader mastery. It's like really not worth it. It's like right away, but I don't have a nitro for the off-road. That's actually like really annoying me, because it would be really nice. But yeah, hopefully they will bring like something really interesting for the stalker mastery. I think it could be like really cool, but if they make the flying ability on it from before stronger, that will be crazy. But yeah, I don't really have nitro on this either, which kind of annoys me, because in team events you kind of need it, and in this current public event as well, it's really nice because you could just boost off the edge. And I think the Raider as well, I might be maxing that later. But the thing is, when I already have this full mastery, and I have started this rally car mastery as well, I can manage cups pretty easily, and especially with rock bouncer, I use it all the time in cups. So yeah, but I think that's gonna be it for this video. Bye.